Ladies and gentlemen, this here is Virginia. This here is where our boys should be patrolling, the Beltway. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an example of some of the munitions that we had captured. Just keep going. This is an example of what we would do. We would go ahead and blow all of these in a safe procedure, so that way they could not be used against us. In this next two slides you're going to see are a vehicle checkpoint. If somebody can fix all my slides. Thank you. In 2003, while securing this expeditionary runway, we had observed that there was a gentleman at the end of the runway collecting souvenirs. It was my job as a corporal to go down there and to go and investigate and, of course, push this guy away and inform him that he was not to be at the end of our runway collecting souvenirs. I took Lance Corporal Jerome with me, and we had went all the way down to the runway on foot. It's approximately 2,000 meters. After walking there, the gentleman was collecting bits of rounds from a previous battle. I radioed over what he was doing, and of course we searched him and took away any kind of munitions that we had found. I was then ordered to search the vehicle. As I told Lance Corporal Jerome to secure my detainee, I went ahead and I searched the vehicle, after which, when I reported back that I did not find anything further other than what was on the ground and we had already taken away from the gentleman, I was informed to make the vehicle inoperable. It is at this time that I pulled out my knife. I opened up the seats. I cut every single wire that I could find. I slashed tires, and I made sure that his vehicle could not be used again, without even thinking that this could be this man's lifeblood. Next, 2003, Iraq. One of the very first, this is a picture right here of me on an OP in Afghanistan. OP is an observation point. 2003 in Iraq, one of the key Y volunteers for 2nd Combat Engineer Battalion on the East Coast, as we were deployed with 1st Combat Engineer Battalion, gave misinformation. Her husband, I'm not sure if he was a staff NCO or an officer, had called back on the sat phone and had told her that a member of our unit had died. That was one of the very first engineers to have lost his life in the war. Of course, this brave Marine was from the 1st Combat Engineer Battalion and not the 2nd Combat Engineer Battalion. Unfortunately, every single wife and girlfriend in 2nd Combat Engineer Battalion, Camp Lejeune, was called and told that somebody died. 2003, while securing the Iraqi atomic energy facility, let's continue these slides. In 2003, this is me and my platoon in Kuwait, just prior to the invasion. In 2003, in Iraq, while securing the Iraqi atomic energy facility, several of the people from our unit had found gold coins, and these were, of course, liberated and put into people's pockets. I guarantee you, none came home with me. 2003, shortly after being deployed to Iraq, within a week and a half, I was set for a 6-month tour to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. During my time in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, I was capable of being on Camp X-Ray, as I did see the Army stress team, as well as I met several MPs, and I was informed of some of the tactics used in interrogation. Some of those tactics would be a female entering the room and unbuttoning her blouse to make the detainee uncomfortable during her interrogation, as well as, of course, waterboard. This, of course, is a controversial issue today. Nextly, that's not even a word. Next, this here is a picture of me shortly after my re-enlistment in Kuwait. I served 4 years, and then I re-enlisted for 2 years. Next, in Iraq, for my unit, I was a member of the NBC reconnaissance team for my battalion. As my job on the NBC reconnaissance team, it was our job to go ahead and advise our battalion commander, squad leaders, and platoon leaders on the proper tactics and procedures when searching for and identifying nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare. I can tell you this, we did not find anything. nor did we operate by any of the procedures. We passed up many places where we could have searched, and many places that we did search, we found nothing. Lastly, SAPI plates. SAPI plates are armor plates that every service member would have on him. This right here is a picture of me the first day I got shot at in Iraq. SAPI plates, we were issued 2 of them from Camp Lejeune. Unfortunately, when I got into Kuwait, I was informed that 1st Combat Engineer Battalion was issued none. So it was up to me to give either my front or my back SAPI plate to a fellow Marine. I chose my back. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.